Spoiler warning! I'll be talking about the first episode of Spy X Family in this video. But if you haven't seen the episode yet, then I suggest you watch it first and then come back here. Okay? Okay. So the episode starts with us witnessing an assassination of a diplomat, as we then move to the leaders of the organization as they thought up how this could have happened, who could have done such a thing, as they fear someone is starting to start a war on their nation. And they then plan for their next move, as they then send their best agent to deal with it, named Twilight. We then move to a scene where someone is handing out information to this guy. And as soon as he got everything, he went away, only for the actual person to stand right behind the dude. As, haha, it was the best agent those people from earlier were talking about. He removes the mask and we get to see his actual face. Then we move to the next scene in a fancy restaurant, as the same spy is on a date with a girl named Karen. I kid you not, Karen. And after imagining a married life one day, he immediately breaks up with her, leaves her, and says about him throwing away everything such as marriage and happiness the day he became a spy. We then move to a different scene yet again as he walks up to a dude reading the newspaper, only to exchange with it. As Twilight reads the newspaper with a hidden message, in short, the message was about a what a job well done he's made. And for his next mission is to target this dude, a leader of the National Unity Party. And he is a great threat to the truce between the East and West, as he is being sent to be close to him and find anything that can be a problem. Oh, and also he needs to be married and have a child, as he then spits his coffee into the newspaper. That was really funny, not gonna lie, as their child will attend the school. That their target will only appear at social gatherings since his son goes there as well. It's actually funny how he lashes out and rips the newspaper, saying, "You expect me to produce a child within 7 days?" And everyone around him just stares at him. As he agrees with the plan, we then move to Twilight looking for single family apartments, and just him checking if the area has been trapped or not. And he takes it either way. He then renames himself as Lloyd Forger, as he goes looking for his said son or daughter. He simply enters the orphanage looking for one, as the owner then recommends him to Anya. And as soon as we see her, my heart immediately melted. I mean, just look at that face, she's so cute. I also hate how the owner just said something mean to Anya. I want to beat him so badly. So as he starts asking out thoughts in his head since he's a spy, Anya just immediately responded her age as he was talking about the age requirement for kids to enter the school. Then she shows him a crossword puzzle, and thinking it'd be child's play for him, he thoughts out all of the answers as Anya herself confidently answers all of them correctly. And the way she just shows it to Lloyd is so adorable, as he himself was shocked to see such a scene. As Anya speaks on her mind of how exciting it is to be a part of a spy's mission, we just get a narration of her being a telepath. Lloyd then takes her as they address on how she should call him. And my god, Anya is so adorable. She's so cute. As they enter the room, Anya immediately turns on the TV, and it was about a TV show about spies. How convenient, as she tells Lloyd that this show is her favorite. After he tries to leave to forge an ID for her, Anya clings to his leg as she wants to go with him. And she does. Being a spy and all, he wishes to try and not stand out as possible. But Anya goes rushing off until an old lady helps her out and tells him to hold her hand. And next scene later, he does, but he frets about being concerned for an enemy ambush, while holding her hand could cause problems for him in fighting back. After hearing all of that, she panics and hides under a signboard, and Lloyd overthinks it, thinking she hates him. And for him to say I need to learn more about this creature was so funny to me, I don't exactly know why. And just Anya shocked at learning about understanding her could lead to world peace. My god, she's just so cute. She tries to act cute and responsible, but Lloyd thinks otherwise. And after hearing him think about getting another child from the orphanage, Anya cries, telling him not to replace her. The crowd reacts horribly, as he then bought peanuts for her to, well, keep her quiet. Getting tired from walking, he carries her as he thoughts out that he doesn't understand a single thing about parenting. And the funny thing is that he actually does end up reading manuals about parenting. And says to himself about, do parents actually do hard missions like these? I don't know why again, but that was really funny to me. But he then bombs us with the fact that as soon as the mission ends, he'll send her back to the orphanage. And that just troubles me. I know that won't happen, but still. Then the next day, Anya refuses to study and he just leaves to go somewhere. And it's so charming how Anya follows him around everywhere and just gets caught until Lloyd barricades her inside. He talks with Frankie afterwards as he hands him the application, ticket for the exam, and its questions. As he also dug deeper onto Anya's history, and here we learn that she's been adopted 4 times and returned each time. There's no information on her age, no parents, and no info on her birthday as well. We go back to the apartment and just see a bored Anya laying on the couch with nothing to do. But she remembers the code for the lock where Lloyd placed all of his spy equipment. And because he said it out loud in his mind, Anya heard all of it, and now we just see her looking adorably for a bomb. She opens up a briefcase and presses random buttons, as the same people from earlier intercepted the coded message. And I love how Anya just sent out a coded message when it looked like her just pressing random buttons. I just can't, this episode is too much cuteness for me to handle. She frets about being silenced due to her discovering his equipment. But we get more insights about her story. She fears that if she's found out about being a telepath, she'd be returned for sure. And we also get a flashback to when she was still even younger, and see why she is so attached to the whole idea of her for the sake of world peace. Man, I just can't handle seeing Anya crying, and to just see why she refuses to study and then get to see her flashback on the many things she wanted to do but just couldn't. Man, that just hurts. So Lloyd comes back and notices something's amiss. He enters and we get to see some thugs left behind to try and beat him. And obviously he beats them immediately. He checks every room to find Anya, but to no avail. Man, the dude even considered replacing her immediately until he gets knocked out by a thug who was still able to get back up. We then move to Anya being captured by the enemy as she freaks out from seeing a pistol with a silencer firsthand, the same gun she asked for earlier. And of course the thugs from the apartment came back. He placed the now captured Lloyd onto the ground until I saw Anya's eyes sparkle with joy and knew that, well, that was Lloyd and not the one who was really captured. He makes a getaway and as Anya feels terrible, she cries and we get to learn more about Lloyd's backstory as well. As for the reason as to why he hates the sound of kids crying, he would remember a time of his childhood where I believe he survived a bombing or a war just happened there. He was crying by himself but nobody was there to save him. So he gives her instructions to go to the police station so she'll be kept in a better orphanage. She says to herself that her father is a liar, but just as she was about to go, she overheard his thoughts on saying that he wouldn't want a girl such as her participating in such a dangerous mission. And that he wants to create a world where children won't cry is the very reason he became a spy. And that just amazes Anya, the spark in her eyes as she sees him enter back the area. So in short, bad guys get defeated and the boss is the father of the girl Karen, a woman he previously dated for his mission. He defeats him and goes back to the apartment only to see Anya there waiting for him. Shocked as to why she's there, she explains everything that just happened but was aware that that was Lloyd all along. She says in her mind that her father is a liar once again, and she was scared, but she clings to him as she says she wants to go home, and also tells him that she wants to stay with him, as he then comes up with an excuse as to why they need to move their home, and I'm pretty sure Anya already knows why. They ride the train together as she repeats it one last time. Her father is a liar, but this time she finishes it. with a "but he's a cool liar." And it's so cute how she wishes to live in a castle, and her reaction after hearing she needs to study is really cute. We then move to the next scene with Anya doing the exam, and I swear when Anya was hearing the thoughts of the other kids around her, I kinda related to those kids, to be honest, who doesn't know the answers. Especially the eeny meeny miny mo kid. That was so relatable. I see myself in that picture and I hate it. But Anya then remembers what Lloyd taught her and was able to answer the exam without any problems. She passes, and as he lifts her up in the air, his exhaustion got to him as he relaxed for a bit. And just seeing Anya freaked out was so adorable. The episode then ends. The ED is so good, I swear I've been repeating it back to back. Then we get an end credit scene where we see Lloyd still knocked out as she then says out loud that he died. Then a mailman hands a letter to Anya. She flaps the letter onto Lloyd's head as she then snuggles onto him. And that was just so adorable, I swear to God. He then freaks out yelling something stupid like, "Are you trying to kill me?" And that was just really hilarious. She hands him the letter as they now had a problem on their hands. The second phase for the admission process requires both parents present since it's a family interview. And with the situation of not having a mother as of yet, then the episode ends there, with Anya saying, "But that mother doesn't exist." My god, this episode has just been a ride of cuteness for me. The animation is just amazing, and I can't wait as to how they're going to solve the no mother situation. Yes, I know they'll have a mother, and it's probably gonna be the next episode since, well, I've also seen the trailer for this, and Sayori Hayami is voicing the mother, and I am a simp for her. Period. I just can't wait to see more fun and adorable moments in this show, and to learn more about the characters' backstories, more of Anya, more of Lloyd being a badass, and more of the mother who'll be appearing starting next episode. And if I were to rate this episode, I'd give this a 100% 10 out of 10. I can't wait for more episodes to come. It's just so good. And that's all I have to say for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be seeing you guys next week. See ya!